In today's episode of The Bugs, Buzz, and Beyond, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood, unstoppable, and surprisingly fascinating creatures on Earth. Why is it called a cockroach? Cockroaches. Just hearing the name probably made you glance around your room like a paranoid detective. These insects have a legendary reputation. They survive disasters, invade kitchens at night, and appear out of nowhere like jump scare villains in horror movies. But have you ever stopped to ask, why are they called cockroaches in the first place? The word cockroach has nothing to do with chickens, and definitely nothing to do with roosters. The name actually comes from the Spanish word Cucaracha, which simply means roach or cockroach in Spanish. When English speakers first heard Cucaracha, they did what humans have always done with foreign words. They reshaped it into something that felt familiar to their tongues. Over time, Cockroacha slowly morphed into cockroach. But cockroaches are far more than just linguistic accidents and household nightmares. These insects are evolutionary legends, tiny armored tanks that have survived on Earth for over 300 million years. That means cockroaches existed before dinosaurs, before humans, and before your ancestors invented slippers specifically designed for roach hunting. Their secret? Adaptability. Cockroaches evolved to survive almost anything: heat, cold, darkness, and even low-oxygen environments. While many species went extinct, cockroaches simply adjusted and kept going, like the ultimate survivors in a post-apocalyptic movie. One reason they're so successful is their body design. Cockroaches are built like biological Swiss Army knives. They have flat bodies that let them squeeze through cracks thinner than a coin. Their legs are designed for speed. Some species can run up to 50 body lengths per second, which, scaled up to human size, would be faster than a car on the highway. Their antennae are ultra-sensitive sensors that help them detect danger, food, and potential mates, basically Wi-Fi for bugs. They can even sense tiny air movements, which is why they seem to teleport away the moment you flip on the light. And then there's their legendary survival skills. Cockroaches can live without food for about a month, without water for a week, and, brace yourself, without their heads for several days. They don't need their brains to breathe because they use tiny holes in their body called spiracles to take in oxygen. So if you ever wondered why horror movies love these creatures, science already made them terrifying enough. Despite popular myths, cockroaches would not easily survive a nuclear apocalypse. But they are more radiation resistant than humans. Their cells divide slowly, making them less vulnerable to radiation damage. In other words, they're not immortal, but they're definitely hard to wipe out. Before you declare war on all roaches, here's the plot twist. Most cockroaches are actually harmless and live in forests, caves, and deserts. Out of over 4,500 species, only about 30 species are considered pests. The rest are busy recycling dead plants, feeding other animals, and keeping ecosystems balanced. So technically, cockroaches are nature's janitors, just extremely unappreciated ones. Without them, piles of decaying organic matter would build up, and ecosystems would be messier than your room during exam week. So, why do humans hate them so much? Partly because they thrive in the dark, appear suddenly, and are linked to dirty environments. Our brains evolved to fear things that move unpredictably and carry disease, and cockroaches check both boxes. But in reality, they're more misunderstood survivors than villains. They don't want to scare you. They just want your leftovers. So, the next time you see a cockroach, remember, you're looking at one of the oldest, toughest, and most adaptable creatures ever to crawl on Earth. And their name? Just a misunderstood Spanish word that accidentally became one of the most feared names in history. Now, it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question 1. Where does the word cockroach originally come from? A. Latin word coccus. B. Spanish word cucaracha. C. French word coquerel. D. German word Kakerlake. The correct answer is B. Spanish word cucaracha. The English word cockroach evolved from the Spanish cucaracha through mispronunciation over time. Let's try another question. Question 2. How long can cockroaches live without food? A. 1 day. B. 1 week. C. 1 month. D. 1 year. The correct answer is C. 1 month. Cockroaches have incredibly slow metabolisms, allowing them to survive long periods without eating. Let's move on to the last question for this episode. Question 3. How many cockroach species are considered household pests? A. About 5. B. About 30. C. About 300. D. About 3,000. The correct answer is B. About 30. Out of thousands of cockroach species, only a small fraction actually invade human homes. Great job if you got all 3 questions correct. If you missed any, don't worry. You've just learned some fascinating facts about these unstoppable insects. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.